Hey guys, we're back with more Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Look at that pose. Like, what a ridiculous pose. But okay, we're continuing on with Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the speed run here. Again, it's a failed speed run at this point, but we're still going to go ahead and finish it. So let's go. We are trying... Okay, my dog's starting to bother me already. Yay. But we are doing the Conqueror, right? That's the quest? Which involves killing 4 generals right now. So let's do it. We're a bit underleveled, and by a bit I mean we're a lot underleveled. Should we do this viewpoint? Whatever. Yeah, we're definitely way underleveled. To be honest, we're level 32. I believe one of the targets here is level 34, which we can do. The one that we're actually heading towards right now. And then the other 3 are level 36 and 37, so they're way above. Yeah, we already completed the other quest that the kings gave to us. We already did the Olympics, and we already killed Lagos and got that shit. So yeah, I mean we're just a little bit like we just have to do this little bit here. After that, we should be able to deal with the kings, unless they're really going to force us to do the wolf thing. Hopefully they don't, because that, again, that requires leveling up more. And to be honest, that just wastes so much time. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, this is far away. Goddamn. We're still 800 away. How are we still this far away? I believe she's in that cave, right? She's in that cave that you do the Epi quest line. If not, she's around that area. Because this is a cultist. This person that we're about to kill is a cultist. Okay. Okay. But yeah, it is Friday. I just got back from class. It is 12, almost 12:30. So I'll probably record for a couple hours here, I think. We'll get as far as we can, and tonight, hopefully we can finish the game again. Unless we come across some major stumbling blocks, like unless we really need to level up like a couple levels or something, we should be able to finish this. If not tonight, then sometime tomorrow, I'm thinking. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I think definitely by the end of Saturday we'll be done. I mean, I'll be surprised if that's not the case. Especially because I think I'm going to be free for a decent amount of time tomorrow, I think. I might be wrong. But I don't think I have anything planned. I might. We'll see. Again, we'll see. That's pretty much a lot of this channel. It's just, we'll see what happens. I do have to do homework, like homework here and there over the next like couple weeks. And, you know, like I don't have any homework due until what is it, the 28th or something? It's currently the 16th. So it's like I don't have anything due until that point. Mind you, everything, like I have 2 final projects due that exact day. And then I have what, another... Well, I have a final project due that Friday as well. So it's like, yeah, there's definitely shit. Oh, she's right here. How should we do this? I was hoping to assassinate, but... Is this the cultist? Maybe the other one's the cultist. I thought this was the cultist, though. I think this is the cultist. Oh, fuck. Okay. Perfect. We're good. Oh no, what the fuck is this? There's a fucking polymark here for some reason? Oh, fuck off. No. Well, that's some bullshit, isn't it? Yeah, it is a cultist, okay. But what the fuck is this? Why is there a fucking polymark just randomly here? Okay, we got it, but... So that's kind of bullshit. Okay. Let's get the fuck out of here. Ah, that was a good amount of XP. It's almost 20,000. Alright, so this is what we gotta do now. I mean, again, we're way too low leveled. Well, let's try these anyway. Because I think we can get away with it. There is the Epi quest here. I don't know if it's worth doing, though. You know, there's a quest over here that's pretty short. I don't know, whatever, let's just go. So this guy's in the fort, right? Yeah, so that might not be fun. It's a guy in the middle of the fort, obviously that's not an ideal scenario. However, the other three here aren't cultists. So, at least that's good. At least we should be able to get through them without much issues. Without many issues. So yeah, yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, what is there to talk about? I think there's not really much to talk about either. Not much has really happened in the last in the last, like, 12 hours since I last recorded. In terms of, like, there's no real news. I mean, there's, what is it? I think PlayStation announced their Black Friday sales for PSN, and they're very underwhelming. It's like everything is either more expensive or the same price as the physical version. So it's like, for me, I prefer physical over digital. I mean, I prefer. I wish there was a medium. I wish there was like a happy medium between the two where you could have the physical copy. Like, I wish it was like a DVD sort of thing, like with the Blu-ray, like where Blu-ray comes with the physical game and a digital copy. I wish it was the same thing with physical media for games. Like, that would be cool, because obviously it is obviously more convenient for a video game to, like, if you buy the digital copy, because you just straight up download it and that's it. You don't need the disc in there at all times or anything.
Looks like it might lead inside the wall.
So I wish they did that with video games, where like they give you one digital, like if you buy a game new or something, then you get the a digital copy, free digital copy. That would be cool. But of course they don't, so whatever. I mean, obviously, I understand why, though. Obviously, because, like, well, first, games are obviously more expensive than Blu-rays, and, like, with games, like, their main source of... Oh, this is the Nikolaus one. Okay.
Potter?
Yeah, I knew one of these, like, we met Nikolaus, and this stuff happened. That is, if we kept Nikolaus alive. If we didn't keep Nikolaus alive, we would actually have to fight him.
But I'm glad our paths have crossed again.
So we're going to tell him to help Stentor, right? Because that helps us later, where we won't have to kill Stentor. We'll only have to fight him for a little bit, which will save time. But then again, also waste time by having these cutscenes. Which technically we could skip. Again, I said we are going to play through the cutscenes. Whatever.
You came all this way to help Stentor. Good. He needs it.
It's about time I started protecting those I care about.
You're right.
You've changed.
This is so ridiculous. Like just Cassandra barely wearing any clothes. He's just like, yeah, whatever. This is normal.
But I can do something now for someone who needs me. There are things Stentor must hear to succeed.
He doesn't need you. Go to him.
I wish you'd helped me back in Sparta. But
Oh my,
Stentor does need help.
Yeah,
even if he doesn't want to.
last
admit
episode of
it.
Let's Play for some reason didn't upload
Stentor
last
is as
night,
much
so
your
I had to
family as I
re-upload it.
am.
Just
You
finished,
can
so
still be there for him.
yay for that.
I will.
I mean, like, it aired out like
They hate me, but I'm glad to
two thirds of the way through, so
admit, in a way.
I just uploaded, so yay.
Goodbye, Cassandra of Sparta.
Okay. Let's do this. It's a good amount of XP. Are we gonna level up to 33? That'd be cool if we leveled up to 33. I don't think we are. I think we're still a little sliver away. But that would be ideal if we could level up to 33 right now. But we might try. Well, like, I think in 37, the guy that's level 37, if I remember right, I could be wrong. But if I remember right, he's on a cliff. One of these people are on a cliff, I believe. So it's like, obviously, like, Spartan kicking them would work. So, alright, let's do this one. Okay. I never pay attention. Does Cassandra have a six-pack? I never actually pay attention to that. Like, is she just like, is it just flat there, or like, did they actually give her like a whole bunch of like muscles and whatever? Not that it really matters. I'm pretty sure. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think they did give her a six-pack, did they? Like, I think it's just I mean, yeah, none of this really matters. Oh, never mind, they did. Okay, I'm wrong. I'm completely wrong. Okay, let's call a horse. Come on, Phobos. Fuck, come on. Alright, there we go. Oh, fuck off. Are you serious? Really? They really fucking... And look at that. It took away a third of my health. These fucking boars. So yeah, today I was actually watching, oh yeah, I didn't even talk about what I was going to talk about. Yeah, PlayStation announced all their Black Friday deals. Nothing good, for me. Yeah, everything, like, yeah, as I said, digitally, like, all the digital games are either more expensive or the same price as they are physically. But there's also other stuff that's just, it's not good. Like, they're not good deals. I mean, there's a few that are, like, fine, but it's like, that stuff I own. I mean, I feel like the only thing that's, like, cheap that I would, like, consider getting is probably something like Mortal Kombat. I don't remember which edition it was, if it was the XL version or whatever, but of Mortal Kombat 10. But either way, there's like Mortal Kombat, one of the versions is on sale for $6, which isn't bad. I don't know if I need it. Again, I'm not into Mortal Kombat really. I mean, I haven't played Mortal Kombat since the original. Right? I mean, like, I obviously I didn't play it when it came out. I wasn't alive, but but I have played the original on Genesis. The Genesis port of the original. Obviously, the original was an arcade game, but I don't think I've played any other. I'm trying to think. Have I even played any other Mortal Kombat? Maybe I played one. I think I played one of the PS2 games, but like with a friend a long fucking time ago, and I just don't remember it, to be honest. Like, okay. Where's Draken? So this is the guy on the cliff, so that's disappointing. Because this is the one that we can probably actually take on in a fight.
There he is.
I don't know where the level 37 one is. But we will see, I guess. I think we should do a quick save before we approach him, just because this could go bad. And yeah. Let's do a quick save. Alright. This could go pretty bad, but we'll see how this goes. What? Now my dog's fucking bothering me. Alright, let's see how this goes. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, I didn't know you go. Oh, I thought you had to do. Oh, no. I would have done that so differently if I knew that was a fucking assassin. Oh, no. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, I don't have the fucking overpower thing either. Oh my god. What the fuck? Okay, we need to level up. Like, like we're gonna try still, obviously, but we do need to level up. Like, there's no way we're taking on the level 30 fucking. No, that's not gonna work either. God damn it, this was so bad then. Oh fuck. Okay, yep. I guess we need to level up. We're too low leveled. Shit. Damn it. Again, we're gonna have to waste time here. We're gonna need to level up at least one level. Yeah, I mean, really, we should do 2. That's really annoying, though. I guess that's what we'll do for the rest of the episode. We'll just level up. Kind of have to. Because again, the game ends at level 40 from what I remember. Because I believe Cleon is level 40. I'm talking about the family storyline, by the way, not the overall. Because we're only doing the family storyline here. So, okay. I mean, how should we approach this? Are there no fast travel points here? 'Cause that's pretty bullshit, isn't it? So like next time I come here, I have to go all the way back. What should we do? Should we do the Epi quest? I forgot because I believe we've done all the Olympic stuff, right? Like I'm pretty sure we finished all that. I could be wrong, but I think we finished all that. Is there really? There's really no viewpoints anywhere around here. Like why is that not a viewpoint right there? Oh shit. Alright, I guess we wasted some time here. I mean, even more time, but whatever. So, okay. This is what we gotta do. What do we have? Callisto the Bear. Way too low leveled for that. I think we finished this stuff, right? Yeah. Okay. We do have the Corinthia stuff. What level is this anyway? Oh, so it matches your level. Or I guess it goes below your level. Okay. Actually, we have the show must go on. Can we do that? How long is that? That's level 34, but it's still doable right now. I don't know. What's the best approach here? I mean, really, to be honest, going back to Crete would probably be the best, considering there's a lot of shit over here, but I'm a fucking idiot and I didn't do a fucking viewpoint for some reason. How should we do this? And yeah, that's something else I learned, is that the arena stuff really gives you a lot of XP. Like, it's ridiculous how much XP it gives you. Like, compared to side quests and everything. Like, it's a lot. And, like, if you're gonna grind in this game, that's the way to do it, I feel like, is through that. What is Gutter Runner? That's the girl, right? That little girl that you... Is there combat in that mission? I don't remember. Should we do the show must go on? I don't know. I was kind of avoiding it because I kind of said, along with the Blind King, that I wasn't going to do any DLC stuff because I think that kind of ruins the point of this. Doing it the way we're playing. Oh, I know what we're going to do. We're going to do Yoba. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do Yoba. We're going to do the Kingfisher stuff. That's what we'll do. I forgot about that. Because I said we were going to do it earlier as like a backup sort of thing. Like we were going to keep that there just as a backup. I forgot about that. But yeah, we're running out of side quests to do. We are. I mean, running out of side quests that we can do quickly, I should say. That's the point of this, is to finish this game as quickly as possible. And again, we're fucking failing at that, but we're still trying. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is at this point. Again, this is probably going to end up being like over 20 hours. I mean, I think we're already nearing 20 hours. So PSN is PS Plus is going on sale for 40 this Black Friday. I don't know. I don't know if I'll do it. To be honest, I don't use PS Plus that much. I mean, that's the problem with PS Plus for me, is that I just don't use it. I mean, like, I had it for a month. I had the trial, and it's like, I just never used anything that was there. Like, the only thing I would use is, like, the free games. That and the cloud storage. I think the cloud storage is pretty good, but... I mean, that's about it. Like, I mean, there's no reason for me to get PS Plus. Again, I don't play online, so, yeah, I mean, if I had PS Plus, would I dabble in online here and there? Probably, like, to be honest, but it's like, I'm not going to spend $40 just to play online. Again, I'm mostly a single-player guy anyway. I don't like multiplayer stuff. I did when I was a kid. Again, like, that's the thing. I've told this before. Was my approach towards gaming is so radically different than it was when I was a kid. Because when I was a kid, like when I was like I would say before high school, it's like obviously like the way I looked at gaming was mostly around multiplayer games and games that you could play with friends, like Super Smash Bros. Melee, like Mario Party, like whatever else. And I mean, there were games that I played on my own, obviously. Like I played like the other Mario games. I played like the Tony Hawk games and what. I think like some of my most fun experiences from when I was a kid was playing multiplayer, and or if not playing multiplayer, then at least like watching someone else or playing like with someone else there and stuff. Which I just realized that could been taken out of context, so whatever. But either way, yeah, it's like after that, like I kind of got out of gaming for a while, came back in about when I started high school, pretty much. I believe it was my junior year of high school. No, what the fuck am I talking about? Not my junior year. My freshman year, I mean, sorry. I believe it was my freshman year of high school. And that's when I got back in the game. But even then, I was kind of like a hybrid sort of thing, where it's like I still looked at games the same way, but I feel like the games I was actually liking were some of these single player games. Like, I mean, that's why I fell in love with Assassin's Creed. And why I've loved that series since then. I loved games like Enslaved Odyssey to the West and Vanquish and Catherine and some of these other random games. But I think like at that point I was still trying to stay within like this niche, this niche sort of audience. I mean, I'm sort of not audience, but niche sort of games. Like I didn't really play a lot of like big titles, like not a lot of successful titles. And then I think it was when I got my PS3 back. I think that's when I started, because and then like I was playing like games like Demon Souls back then. And again, that's something I wouldn't be into nowadays. Because that's another thing. I also used to play games for the challenge and was like for the satisfaction of completing things and whatever. I just don't have that anymore. And I feel like again, I kind of left gaming again in like what, 2014, I believe. It was when the newer right after newer consoles came out. I still played like I mean Assassin's Creed Rogue when that came out, and then I played the I watched like Let's Plays of certain games that I was interested in at the time. But I didn't play games hardly at all for like 2 years. I really focused on movies and comics and some of that other stuff, and it's like through that, like I really grew a love for narrative, and I feel like returning to gaming now, I feel like that's completely shaped the way I look at gaming, in the sense that, I mean, like, again, I think overall in the grand scheme of gaming, my opinions are still the same as what they were in the past. But for what I am looking for personally, that's completely different. Again, I think, because I do think it's overall pretty naive to look at gaming from a perspective only based around narrative. Because I think there's certainly a lot of people that do look at a lot of single player people that do look at games solely based on narrative. I feel like it's a very naive way to look at gaming, because obviously that's such a very small portion of gaming at this point. I mean, it's not... Okay.
The warehouse.
So we're essentially completing this, aren't we?
There's the warehouse.
I forgot, is this one of those that's dumb and you have to fucking do the... You have to do this undetected for whatever reason? I don't remember anymore. But anyway, this shouldn't be too tough. We should be above the level for this area. Yeesh. Let's just see if we can do it. But either way, like, I mean, yeah, but like, while my overall thoughts on gaming as a whole are still about the same, I think what I'm looking for from games has changed for me personally. Like that's why like something like Assassin's Creed Odyssey here, while I don't love this game oh no, we have to kill this guy, don't we? Forgot about that. While again, I've talked about this game where it's not my favorite game. Oh, this guy's super fucking easy to kill. Like, while I think this game's story is pretty fucking bad at almost all points, I think, and I just don't find, like, I mean, again, I find the base gameplay fun. But I do think the mission structure is abysmal. I do think a lot of other... I've already talked about this game enough. But I do understand why critics love this game. Like, I get it. Because it caters towards the general market. Like, I get that. But it's like... and again, this would be a game that I think if it was me back in, like, 2007, I think I would have called this, like, one of my favorite games of all time. Is that the case now? No, not even fucking close. Like I think me back then would have said this is a much better game than Origins, and I just don't. Obviously, I don't think that's the case. Now, but and again, I think the same thing with happens with Assassin's Creed Revelations, where at the time when Revelations came out, I considered Revelations a major disappointment. I actually really disliked the Revelations, and a lot of that was because its gameplay was just so blah, And to be honest, it still is to a degree. I mean, oh, fuck off. We really didn't level up from that? Okay. Well, we should have... Yeah, we have a couple others here. But now, I mean, again, now Assassin's Creed Revelations ranks my fourth favorite Assassin's Creed game. Well, if you asked me back in like 2013, it would have been towards the bottom. Like, yeah, I mean, I think my outlook on games has completely changed from my personal view. Even though, again, I understand why certain games get the recognition that they do. Something like Overwatch, I think, is an example, or something like Fortnite and stuff. Like, I get why they're popular. They're not for me at all, but I get why they're popular. And to be honest, if it was me back then, I probably would have enjoyed them as well. But I think, like, at this point, like, I'm coming from a completely different perspective, where, like, again, coming from a, these before I got back into gaming in 2016 when I bought the PS4, like, I was coming from watching a whole shit ton of movies, really analyzing film. At the time, was thinking about maybe even becoming a film major, didn't. But there's that stuff. Again, read a lot of comics. Again, analyzed the narrative of comics and that sort of stuff. And then I went back into gaming, and like now I feel like I do care about narrative. Again, will I call like a game the best game of all time because it has the best narrative? No. But to be honest, at one point I did, because I did call The Last of Us my favorite game of all time at one point. I think in retrospect, I'm kind of like now blending the two ways I look at gaming, to create like a happy medium. And like now where I say something like The Witcher 3 is my favorite game of all time. Like, I think that's like a happy medium where, again, gameplay wise, it's really fucking great. I mean, there's some issues. There's definitely issues, but it's really great. And then narrative wise, I think it's one of the best narratives in a recent video game. I think it really crosses both boxes, and it's really good. And that's why, like, I think like Odyssey here, like, it crosses one box kind of in the gameplay perspective. Again, it's kind of similar to The Witcher 3. There's a lot of issues, but for the most part, I really enjoy the gameplay. But again, from the story standpoint, it's like it's abysmal. Like, it's really abysmal. And it's like, oh, fuck off. Do I think this is a bad game? Absolutely not. But it is a flawed game, both in gameplay and narrative. I mean, narrative, I think it's fundamentally flawed, and then gameplay, it's pretty flawed. It's a glitchy mess still. I mean, they fixed some stuff, but it's still glitchy. I mean, oh, you suppose this is funny. I guess there's a glitch right now that a lot of people are encountering with once you pass level 50, that your gear, if you try to upgrade your gear, it'll error out and it'll go back to 0. Like, it would, like, all your abilities for that gear would go down to 0. Like, that's kind of funny. Like, I don't care. I don't fucking care.
That Dagger sympathizer has to die. He'll keep making us do his dirty work if I don't.
He's over here, right? I know. I remember this quest, like, honestly. This is a pretty good quest. I think we'll save the guy this time. We saved the woman last time. We accidentally killed both the first time. Actually, I think she died anyway, didn't she? I think we saved her, and then like she died during the combat part of it. So that's kind of funny.
Best stay out of sight.
But yeah, that's why something like The Walking Dead Season 1 or Life is Strange, like I feel like I can't call those games one of my favorite games of all time just because they're just completely missing the gameplay part of it. Especially The Walking Dead. I think Life is Strange, there is some gameplay parts to it that are really interesting, even though there's also some dumb parts of the gameplay. Fuck, that was dumb. I don't know why I did that. That was really dumb. What leader did I find? Alright. But it's like it's missing an entire section of like what I would consider criteria there. Again, when we're going to like what are my favorite narrative-based games, again, Walking Dead Season 1 is very high on that. Life is Strange is kind of I don't know. Like, the thing about Life is Strange, again, I feel like Life is Strange to me is kind of a guilty pleasure. Like, I don't consider Life is Strange a good narrative. I don't think it's a good game, really, either, I mean, like, from a gameplay standpoint. But there's something about it that is really connected with me. There's something I really, like, just connected with, like, the characters of Max Caulfield and, this sort of, okay, fuck, whatever. But this sort of stuff, and like the dynamic between her and
Misthios, I've sent the
the
children away.
students that she goes to
Make
school
sure this
with, and all that sort of stuff. Her classmates. That's what I was trying to think of.
We'll find every. You get.
He's
But it's what? No.
released.
Our king.
You couldn't.
Well, but
Oh, did we fuck it up? I don't know. Did we? No, I think we did. We did it. Okay. No. Oh, we kept them alive this time, though. I don't care.
I still need to meet all of Agapios' contacts.
I think we'll continue on. Oh, that's all we got for that? I mean, we leveled up, but still, that's all we got? We only got 3,000? That's some bullshit. Okay, let's do that one now. We do have an ability point. I think we'll go for... Oh, wait. How do we not have that before? I just realized that. That's why we weren't looting enemies after we assassinated them, is because we didn't get that skill until just recently. I don't know why this keeps on coming up. I keep on closing it. It keeps on showing up. Oh, never mind. Okay, I thought it said that we could do it now. I was going to say, what the fuck? So yeah, we are the right level for this, but it's like, are we though? I think we'll finish up this Kingfisher storyline. And then I think we'll head back and try to do the Conqueror in its entirety. And to be honest, we'll probably try to finish the game in its entirety at that point. I don't think it'll happen. We'll probably have to do more side quests, but either way. But yeah, I think, like, again, I've come to like I started as a person who solely cared about gameplay. I moved on to a person who solely cared about narrative. I feel like at this point I found the happy medium, where I feel like it is the correct way to analyze games from my perspective. Again, I understand people who only care about gameplay, and that's fine. Again, cool. And I understand people that wholly care about narrative, even though I do think it's, overall in the grand scheme of gaming, it's pretty short-sighted in the sense that gaming is about the game. I mean, like, if it's a shit game but has like a fantastic narrative, then like, is it really that great to begin with? It's like, considering this medium is like, it is supposed to be an interactive game, and okay, I don't fucking care. Ah, fuck.
I've heard.
Okay.
If I follow the road east, I should be able to follow the husband's tracks.
I mean, that being said, there's still games that, again, have barely any gameplay in it that I still do enjoy. Again, I love the Telltale games. I love, for the most part, I love the good Telltale games, I'll say that. I love, again, Life is Strange. I love Heavy Rain. I like Beyond Two Souls. I don't know. I would even say I love. I think Beyond Two Souls is a bit underrated. I do think the narrative is a bit of a mess at points, but I still enjoy it. I still have fun with it. I played it twice in a row on the channel. I'm not twice in a row, but like twice within like a few weeks on the channel. It was fun. And again, I'm excited for Detroit Become Human. From everything I hear about it is pretty positive. I do hear some haters and some people, but I feel like those are the people that didn't like Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls anyway. And again, I really enjoy those two games, so it's like, I'm pretty sure I'll like Detroit Become Human. Again, I think David Cage, like, while I think he's a bit of a dick, and also I think he thinks he's a better writer than what he actually is. I still enjoy his narratives. Again, there's obviously Heavy Rain is a mess. It's a complete fucking mess. The stuff with Shelby and him being the origami killer and how it makes no fucking sense based off things. Like, again, I feel it could have been written so much better. Because you could have easily added hints. Like, it's just he decided not to. Like, to trick the player, and it's like, it's just dumb. Like, you should have added hints. Like, you could have easily done it and not given away or anything. Like, I mean, but I feel like, I just feel like he thinks he's a better writer than he is. But I still enjoy them, though. So yeah, I mean, like, I still enjoy those games, but again, I have a difficult, like, when ranking them on my, like, favorite games of all time, I always have difficulty really ranking them, because I don't know where I should rank them, because it's like, what are they? I mean, like what are they in terms of, like, from a game standpoint? It's like, like, so, I mean, and, I think they'll probably be, I don't know, I usually have, like, last time I did my favorite games of all time list, I did have, like, Walking Dead Season 1 at, like, number 10, I think. I don't know if it's still going to be there. It probably will, maybe. I mean, one of those sort of games. I think Walking Dead Season 1 is my favorite of these narrative-based games, though.
That must be the farmer. He's locked up.
So, I don't know. But yeah, I feel like there's games that do both, that have a fantastic narrative and also have a fantastic actual game to them. Something like God of War, I think is a perfect example. I think something like Assassin's Creed, let's just say Black Flag for the sake of argument. I mean, again, I mean, like, debatably Origins. Origins is a flawed narrative, though. It's not. Well, I think Revelations is near. I mean, no, 4 is pretty good on both ends. Well, again, I think Origins is really great in terms of narrative. It's not really great in terms of gameplay, but then, like, okay when it comes to narrative. And I feel like, again, when we're looking at Assassin's Creed games, I feel like it's, like, I think Black Flag might be the only one that does both very well. Because I'm trying to think, like, AC1, I think only, like, when you, like, gameplay and narrative. I think AC1 has a great narrative, but pretty mediocre gameplay. I think similarly with AC2. I think Brotherhood is close. I feel like the narrative is a bit weaker, though, than 1 and 2. But it's like, I mean, it's fine. And then obviously gameplay is really good. So it's like, it's kind of debatable there. Then gameplay is like kind of in Revelations, but like narrative's really good. AC3 is kind of on both ends. Like, not bad, not terrible, but like not really that great either. Again, 4 is really good on both ends, and then you got Rogue, which is kind of, again, on both ends. I would say it's better gameplay wise than narrative, but either way. Then yeah, Unity, I think, is, I mean, it's fine on both ends. Again, I think Unity's gameplay is a bit underrated at this point, considering all the patches and everything. But yeah, narrative, I think it's your mileage will vary based on how much you like Arno and Elise, I think. And then what? Syndicate is mediocre on both. I mean, again, more so on narrative than gameplay, but it's still mediocre in gameplay as well. And then, as I said, Origins, again, great gameplay-wise, but narrative, it's like, okay. Like, it's not bad. It's not the worst in the series. It's certainly fine, but it's like, it could be better. And then here, obviously, this is a perfect example of, like, pretty good gameplay, but then complete shit narrative. Okay, that's a lot of XP. We're not gonna level up, though. Oh, we're not gonna even, yeah, we're not gonna be able to level up before we continue on. What is this? Okay, so that's Blood and Water. Alright, let's do it. How far into this are we? 39? Okay. We'll continue on. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know what the point I was trying to get across. But either way, like, yeah, I just feel like it'll be really interesting when I eventually do my my new list of favorite games of all time. Because I always do it around the time of the new year. Make, like, my new list of favorite games of all time. And I did movies of all time too, but then again, I don't think much has really changed, considering, yeah, I didn't really watch that many movies this year. I think I've watched a total of maybe like 25 or so. Again, this is like movies in general, not just movies from this year, like movies in general this year. So yeah, not a lot at all. Considering I used to watch, like, I would watch that much in like, I don't know, 2 weeks, like a week and a half maybe. So like back when I was like watching movies all the time, back in like 2015, like again before I got back into gaming in 2016. Like I've watched pretty much every movie I would want to watch from like 2011. Like I've pretty much I've pretty much watched every movie that had some sort of notoriety from 2011 to like 2015. Like because again that was it was from 2013 I think to 2016 was the period when I was really into film. And like and I've gone back and watched thousands of films. I think the total's out like around 4,000 movies. I think it's all, I've rated every movie I've watched on IMDb. I think it's around 4,000. I also rate games and TV shows too. Just because I feel like at this point like that's my kind of my source of to see what I've played and what I've watched and whatever else. Like there's movies I've completely forgotten I watched, but then I check on my IMDb and then I see that, oh yeah, I did watch that. So it's kind of funny. But games I only do like, again, games is not conclusive. I feel like with games I have another list. I keep a spreadsheet on my own about games. Like IMDb I do rate like narrative based games though, games that like I do rate games based off of their narrative on IMDb. Okay. And then like TV shows I rate. I've done ratings for like just TV shows in general. I haven't done ratings for individual episodes. I feel like that's where it gets kind of ridiculous because I'm pretty sure I could, but I feel like that's just so much work. It's not worth it. Like I mean,
Debris from the dagger sunken ship.
like because for me again, I've said this before. I feel like for me, I'm either an all or nothing person. So it's like it's either I'm going to literally do every episode of television I've watched in my entire life that I can remember, or I'm not even gonna try at all. And I feel like I'd rather just not try at all for this. Like it's not fucking worth doing all that work for that. So but I have rated every TV show that I can remember watching to its like to its conclusion. I shouldn't say to its conclusion, but at least a full season of and like actively try to watch. Like I don't include things that like I randomly watch the rerun on TV. Like I feel like that's not really what I'm trying to get to with this sort of thing.
An unusual blade.
Okay.
This must be what the dagger's after. Now to find
Oh my god, she is really ripped though. I never noticed that actually until now. I never really paid attention to like the muscles and stuff that they put on her, but yeah, she's really fucking ripped. I am fucking doing that. What do you mean? Okay. Return, where is she? How far are we? 43 minutes? Okay, fuck. Of course she's not near our fast travel point. That would be too easy. We have a boat. Yeah, I think like and when it comes to TV shows, like I haven't actually watched that many. Like it wasn't, to be honest, TV was never a medium that I really cared too much about outside of like the shows I watched as a kid until like very recently. Like until yeah, I mean probably until last year, I would say. Like I really didn't care about television. I do feel like at this point though, I think it's very clear that television is the best way to tell a narrative at this point. Yeah, I think it's very clear that is the case at this point. Again, with movies, I feel like I mean, there's certain narratives that obviously scale. I feel like you gotta go to television at this point. With like games, obviously, there's so many things that can go wrong with games, and also you're kind of restricted in the sense that you're also have to add a gameplay element to it for games. While obviously with television, it's just straight up narrative. Like you can just do what you want with the narrative there. And again, you have enough time to do everything you want to tell. I thought, like, for a while, I was thinking, like, maybe comic books was the best way to go. But then, like, I feel like with comic books, the problem is that, And one, less people
Better
usually
make sure
work
the
on a
woman's
single
okay.
comic book. Usually a comic book is usually just the artist and the... I mean, obviously there's more people in the background, but I mean, like, the people that are directly working on it is the
Don't be
writer and the
afraid.
artist.
You're safe.
And then obviously there's
Thank you
editors
for
and
saving
whatever
my
else,
life.
but it's like,
Did you find anything?
I mean,
I
like,
found this
there's not
blade
that many people
covered
working on
in
a comic book.
strange
Obviously with a
markings.
television show and everything, there's usually
The
more people there.
important
Also,
item
there's
this
more
blade.
resources within television than there
will
are
know
through
when I show a
comics.
blade to
And then
him.
there's
You
also,
should let us know.
I feel like more story is told.
Here.
Yeah, whatever, we'll give her money. It's not that much.
That's the last of Agapios' leads. Better tell him what I...
Okay, so, let's just fast travel. I don't fucking care enough at this point. Yeah, obviously, like, I feel like more care is being put into television nowadays than probably any other medium, to be honest. I feel like television has like really expanded over the last few years. I mean, last like decade or so, to the point where now, where if you want to tell a really great story, the best way to do it is on television. And again, as I said, with like books and comic books and stuff, it's like I feel like the telling of the narrative through those sort of mediums is too slow, especially comic book. Because obviously comic books are usually fuck, I forgot how many pages now. Is it 21? Like after taking out all the ads and everything, the actual comic book, I believe it's 21 pages. I forgot, to be honest. Is it 24? It's somewhere in the lower 20s, I remember. Which is really sad because I've actually written comic book scripts in the past. But either way, like, it's around that length, and yeah, I mean, like that's just not enough. And usually comics come out once a month. Obviously, there's some bi-weekly ones, and manga in Japan is weekly, with like breaks here and there. But it's like it's just not enough. It's really not enough time to like, if you want to tell a really grand narrative, it's going to take forever to do it through a comic book. While I feel 9 years or whatever. While with like I mean, example of this obviously is like Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones here there. I forgot, is Game of Thrones season? This is season 8, right? Or 9? I don't remember. Fuck, I don't know how I'm not remembering this. But either way, like, they were able to tell this massive fucking narrative within 9 years. And through however many episodes, like what, nearly 100 episodes? Not even 100 episodes, really, but it's like, yeah, and same thing with like something like Breaking Bad, where they were able to tell this really grand narrative over the course of 5 seasons. And with comic books, I mind you, I don't think this is a great example. I was going to use One Piece, to be honest, but One Piece is like such a grand narrative. Like, it's just on a completely different level. You won't get XP for that? Alright, let's finish this up. Do we have enough time? Yeesh, I don't know if we'll have enough time. If not, we'll just do it early next episode. Then I think we're going to go back to Draken and try to kill him and try to take out the level 37 guy. I don't know if we can. But whatever. What time is it? It's 1. Okay, 1:11. Alright. But yeah, I mean... Yeah, I mean, it's just, I feel like comics and stuff, like, if you really want to tell this, because again, like, going back to One Piece, like, where, again, One Piece is a narrative on just another level when it comes to scale. Like, One Piece is so fucking massive, that you're never going to, like, be able to finish that. Like, I mean, Eiichiro Oda has spent, since, what, 97? So, I mean, how many years is that? 21 years working on One Piece at this point. And he's only at like the 2/3 mark. Like, it's never gonna end. It's literally gonna take him over 30 years for him to finish One Piece. Which, yeah, I mean, again, that's a lot. That's a life's work. And to be honest, I have so much respect for Eiichiro Oda, and that's part of the reason why, is because he's pretty much dedicated his entire life to this narrative. And
These ruins are a good...
yeah, I mean, and again, he's such a master at world building, and I want world building. I think he's fuck, what was the other thing I was gonna say? World building and foreshadowing, obviously. Like, he's such a master at that. Like, I feel like it's very hard not to respect the guy, even if you don't like One Piece. I feel like you gotta respect what he does, because it's really fucking impressive how he's been able to do this for the last 21 years, and has had a chapter come out like pretty much every week. Again, I should, obviously. Again, he's worked so much on this, but like for the first like 10 years of the series, he barely took any breaks. Like it was almost weekly, the entire run for that first 10-year period. And that's a lot of dedication there.
I can't take a boat like this into deep water.
Where are we? Like, I have no clue where the fuck we are. We'll end the episode soon. We're already at 50 minutes. But, yeah, I mean, Ichiro Oda's just someone I have a lot of respect for, though. And, like, if I ever did become a writer, I mean, he would definitely be my biggest inspiration in terms of that sort of thing.
Onward!
But again, like, I mean, like, even something like The Walking Dead. I mean, The Walking Dead, like, when it comes to narrative, like, again, Kirkman has already said that his plan is to have 300 issues. And, yeah, I feel like The Walking Dead is obviously less of a structured narrative. I feel like, I mean, again, I'm not talking about the TV show. The TV show has absolutely no clue what the fuck they're doing. But, like, the comic, at least there seems to be somewhat of a plan, even though it's not explicitly told to us, I don't feel like. But even that, he's only, like, after, how many years has Walking Dead been going? Was it 2004 that he started? So, like, 14 years or so? It was around that period, 14 years or so. Like, again, he's only at issue 186, I believe. So he's only, like, this narrative that he's trying to tell, like, he's only, like, for 14 years, he's only told, like, how much is that? 1830, so that's like 915. So 30. So it's 60% of it. Like, I mean, again, it's like telling a story through comic books just takes so fucking long. And I feel like, to be honest, I feel like the best way if you want to tell a really large story, like, again, I've been writing this story for, that will be a very long story if I ever finish it. And I feel like I've been thinking, like, what's the best medium to actually make this if I ever actually want to make it. And one, I think a book, like an actual book, not a comic book, like an actual book wouldn't be too bad. It would still take a while, but I think I could eventually get it out if I were to do it that way. But I think really, I've been thinking about this, I think the best way to do it is to do it as a sort of, like TV shows in America don't work this way anymore, but TV shows in Japan do, is have a anime sort of style of, like a shonen sort of anime style of release, where you have like something like Yu-Gi-Oh and something like One Piece, where like every single week there's a new episode. I feel like that would be the best way to actually finish the story. But even One Piece, like, again, we're at episode, like, what, 800 something of One Piece, and still not coming to the end. We're not even close to the end. So I mean, again, it'll take for. I think One Piece has been running since 1999, so the anime. So I mean, again, but then again, they add filler to be. It's a lot of it speaks of Oda, but whatever. We'll end here. Next episode we'll continue on, but for now, thank you for watching.